In a most recent TV broadcast across Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore talks about his plans for 2024. From the long-awaited major ground offensive against terrorists to healthcare, agriculture, industrialization, and more. He talks about how he met an army that was understaffed, poorly equipped, poorly organized. How he quickly had to transform the entire military. Then he reveals his plan to prepare the country's healthcare system to better handle future pandemic. These and more he delivered in one of his longest and most detailed speech to the country.
Peuple du Burkina Faso, camarades combattants pour la liberté, pour la paix.
Allow me to pay tribute to all those who lost their lives in this fight. All those who are today on the hospital beds and who seek to regain their health. Let us pray to God that He grants them better health, and those loved ones we have lost. We pray to God also that the free land of Burkina Faso. To them, gentle comrade, allow me once more to pay homage to all your sons and girls from Burkina Faso who stand by you and spares no effort to allow at the front to be able to fight. All those who contribute to the war effort, those who are committed, who pray day and night so that peace can return to Burkina Faso. I also want to warn those in favor of imperialism which remain among us inside the country as well as outside to change, because it's time. It's time we stop and try to see things in the same direction and act accordingly so that Burkina Faso, our homeland, can regain peace. We are not going to roll out the red carpet anymore to imperialists and their local agents, because there is a time for everything. Several years now, Burkina Faso went through its most difficult time. The terrorism which is imposed on us which prevents us from living. This terrorism is only a violent manifestation of imperialism. The imperialists, together with their accomplices who they put in different offices, made little effort to protect us from those who they empower to make sure the country is destabilized. We assume it's the peak of imperialism and neocolonialism. The valiant people of Burkina Faso have said 1 year ago that we can no longer continue to be led by these imperialists. This war, the people entrusted us with a mission. We have no doubt about our people for their valor and the resilience of the people who do not give up. The people who have faced adversity. We decided in all our souls and awareness to take the destiny of this homeland and to wage war because that the war could last. These last few days you may have noticed the intensity of the battle, which comforts in our thesis that there are several dormant cells which want to continue this war for decades and decades in engaging this battle. We did appeal to the sons and daughters of the nation. We had no doubt, people answered and offered more than what we estimated. Today, even more people are determined to commit to the battle. We thank these valiant people for having understood this message. Today the people support the forces, the fighters, as they can. A lot of things are done, but we are going still ask for more sacrifice. Thank you to these people who understood that the only way to get there is to wage the war once and for all.
Nous ne doutons aucunement de notre peuple, de sa vaillance, de sa résilience. Ce peuple qui n'abdique jamais, qui n'abandonne pas, qui fait face à l'adversité.
When we started this fight as the head of the state, we found an army that was understaffed, poorly equipped, poorly organized, maybe badly trained. We quickly reached out to the people and got the VDP who responded. We also had to equip the forces in a very short time. It was not an easy task. Thank God we got there. We have been able to equip everyone. Within the Army, already for the year 2023, the Army recruited more than 11,000 men. 5,000 others are in the process of being recruited in the days to come. With regard to the reorganization, very quickly we have understood that we needed all the units organic, which therefore led to the creation initially 6 battalions for rapid intervention. And then 6 other battalions joined the different groupings of forces. Today we have more intervention battalions, some have started their deployment and others will continue within weeks to come. 5 other battalions are being assembled and undergoing training for reinforcement. We have also created Air Force interventions that are already deployed in the Boromo area. Others will be deployed in the days to come to the Kujugu area. A lot of effort has been made. With regards to policing, we have reorganized the forces to form them into a group of intervention units who are alongside armed forces to lead the combat. 12 units were created. More will be created. Within the gendarmerie, we have reinforced the workforce by recruitment, therefore, of around 3,000 auxiliaries. The first phase is finished, the others are in training. Same for the Navy.
Aujourd'hui, 7 bataillons d'intervention rapide sont prêts. Certains ont commencé leur déploiement et d'autres vont se poursuivre.
All the security forces have been equipped with equipment such as they have never known their history. But this is only the beginning, because we will continue to equip them and build up power on the side of the Army. For the Air Force, we have reviewed our aerial potential. Today we can proudly say that Burkina Faso is equipped with modern technology that allows us to examine our territory from above. They allow us to gain a certain number of results. Terrorists can today move one point to point B, perhaps carry out attacks. This technology allows us to follow them. We follow them and track them down to their last destination. There is still time for those who were deceived to lay down your arms, because soon it will be too late to do so. All these battalions which are in the process of deploying. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, and when all these battalions will have deployed to various locations across the country for our long-awaited ground offensive. I once again urge all of you that made the wrong decisions, there is still time to deposit weapons, because very soon, I repeat, it may be too late for you. Burkina Faso decided to fight, and we will fight to victory.
L'ambition pour nous, c'est de construire des hôpitaux modernes.
Also, our ambition is to modernize our hospitals to allow our nurses and our doctors to express all their potential. We have just started work on the ultramodern Gawa Hospital. That is the model of hospital that we want in each region to enable our valiant caregivers to express their full knowledge. Also, I believe building this kind of hospital is very much needed to prepare us for future incidents of pandemic, as we have experienced in recent years, where many have lost loved ones. Our condolences to the families who have been affected. This reminds us of something. We must review our health plan and sanitation, which was launched a few days ago. The initiative is for the development of our communities. I therefore invite all populations to mobilize so that we can clean up our environment.
Prendra en compte ce volet. Et j'invite donc toutes les populations à se mobiliser pour que nous puissions assainir notre milieu.
With regards to agriculture, we decided to set a mission to achieve food self-sufficiency in 2024. We have launched the presidential initiative, therefore, for food self-sufficiency and food sovereignty. It is for us to sow a certain number of surfaces to give to producers of improved seeds produced by our researchers. Today we can say we are satisfied because the results are beyond what we had hoped for. That also testifies that we have good land. We have strong men and women who are committed to farming. They are the ones that feed the nation. This encourages us to launch another challenge to get machines such as tractors. We have made some orders for machines to mechanize our farming. We opened a factory in August to manufacture fertilizer in order to lower the cost of fertilizer and therefore benefit our farmers.
Les chercheurs ont été renforcés et on continue de les renforcer pour trouver les semences adéquates, et aussi ce qui nous a conduit à ouvrir l'usine de Kopela en août dernier pour fabriquer les intrants sur place. L'engrais est produit et pour pouvoir baisser le coût de l'engrais au profit donc de nos producteurs.
Also, we have an agricultural initiative which was launched by the Ministry of Agriculture recently, and it continues to restore land in all regions of Burkina Faso so that farmers can farm over the dry season. I therefore invite the populations of different villages to get involved. We will do everything we can to support so that we can produce to the maximum in this coming season. We are also providing the farmers improved seeds produced by our researchers. Some of these seeds have already been allocated to the farms. Again, we can't talk of agriculture without speaking of development of the agri-food industry. We are currently encouraging all our importers and all our operators economically to embark on the production and the transformation of farm produce. Many factories will see the day so that a certain number of food products are produced in Burkina Faso, processed in Burkina and consumed in Burkina Faso. And why not? We can also export. We are counting on the brave population to accompany us to be able to achieve these challenges. In this sense, we can give a lot of employment to young people who are trained, but unfortunately do not have the opportunity to express their talents and skills.
C'est en ce sens que nous pourrons donner beaucoup d'emplois donc à des jeunes qui sont formés, qui malheureusement n'arrivent pas à exprimer leur talent parce qu'il n'y a pas d'espace qui leur est offert.
In the same sense, the Ministry of Youth was instructed to put emphasis on professional training. This is underway. They are bringing together all schools and all professional training centers so that we have a better view of the training given and what we need for the development of our dear homeland. Speaking of development of trade, and like you are aware of, we did an analysis of our economic situation, and at the end of this analysis we realized that it will take a certain number of measures. And we said from January the number of measures will be taken.
De notre situation économique. Et à l'issue de cette analyse, nous nous sommes rendus compte qu'il fallait prendre un certain nombre de mesures.
The happiness of Burkina Faso must be that we create the wealth that we can employ our young people. It is in this sense that we are going to develop internal trade. Our traders who leave the cities for the countryside, we will encourage that these products that go to our countryside are produced in Burkina Faso. Therefore, we invite everyone to take this data and to develop the projects necessary so that in 2024, we can therefore achieve this objective. On the aspect of cooperation, many partners refuse to accompany us to help us acquire the minimum amount of equipment. Until today, some equipment we paid for in advance in the countries which are favorable to us have been delivered. But licenses have been blocked by others, the imperialist states. On the other hand, several other countries have agreed to open their doors. This is the place for me to thank them and thank them for their commitment alongside Burkina Faso in this struggle.
Dont nous avons payé des avances auprès de certains pays qui sont favorables à nous les livrer. Les licences ont été bloquées par d'autres États impérialistes qui n'ont aucun intérêt à ce que nous puissions évoluer dans notre guerre. Ici en Afrique, nous avons jugé.
Here in Africa, we have deemed it necessary to get together, especially in the Sahel, because we can do nothing without union, which has led therefore to the creation of the Alliance of the Sahel Nations. An alliance focused on defense, but which will evolve towards an economic alliance and much more. The Sahel is a region which is today victim of violent barbaric terrorism, but today we understood, and the people have understood, that it is necessary to unite, and we invite everyone else, all Africans, to unite to face adversity. We will defend the Sahel region like we are defending our homeland. We have decided to unite with our sister countries from Mali to Niger to make them our home with free movement, free trade, and for peace, prosperity, and security, because our people have the right to happiness. Once again, I thank all our forces, the fighters who fight on the field day and night so that we can go about our business occupations. Also, I thank all the workers, traders, peasants, and breeders who also fight and who contribute to our ability to fight this war and liberate our lands. Long live Burkina Faso, the fatherland, or the death we will overcome.
Qui se battent aussi et qui contribuent à ce que nous puissions mener cette guerre et libérer nos terres. Vive le Burkina Faso, la patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please take a little time to like the video and subscribe to the channel.